Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with an update on what's going to continue to be a dry weather outlook as well as a warmer outlook. You can see today temperatures this afternoon after lows in the 30s over most of the ArkLaTex. We have warmed into the upper 60s to low 70s as of this recording, and we will likely end up in the low to middle 70s before it's all said and done. This after a rather cold morning this morning. Made it to 27 in Batiste, Oklahoma. That's in the northwest corner of McCurtain County. 30 in Idabel, 32 in Nashville. Jefferson, Texas at 35, and at the airport in DeQueen made it to 36. Same thing for a station in Southern Hills. In Shreveport, 36. Unofficially, the low in Shreveport at the airport, 43. We did break a record unofficially in Texarkana at 37 degrees, which breaks the records of 38 degrees that was set back in 1952. Current weather pattern, same thing we were talking about yesterday, upper level low, which is moving east, upper level ridging here across the Ohio and lower Mississippi valleys. This trough is going to work its way southward and eventually get deflected over the top of the ridge. As a result, any rain associated with it likely will stay to our north. So here's a look at Robin's Toyota Futurecast as we go through the weekend. We will see a clear sky across the ArkLaTex tonight. I expect plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Might see a few clouds mix in the afternoon. Should be quiet for Friday night football, although temperatures will likely dip into the 60s, maybe even the 50s in a few spots. And then heading into Saturday, we will see a mostly sunny sky once again with temperatures Saturday likely warming back up into the lower 80s over much of the area. And again, this dry weather pattern will continue through Sunday as well. Here's a look at this trough here in the west. Watch how it digs south and then gets deflected over the top of the ridge. Pretty much all the rain associated with it will stay well to the north of our area. This model does indicate a little bit of hope of rain Wednesday night, Thursday, but notice it's not very much. And it is an outlier. Pretty much every other model keeping us totally dry through all of next week. And you can see we closed the 10-day period with this ridge building back across the southern half of the country. Have to keep an eye on this trough here as we move closer to Halloween and close the month of October. But rainfall wise, latest outlook from meteorologists at the Weather Prediction Center shows a possibility for a little bit of rain, although it will be light over the northern parts of the ArkLaTex. Blend of models showing something very similar, maybe a tenth or two extreme north. Elsewhere, very little, if any. In fact, we likely will stay dry over northwest Louisiana. And again, as you look at these numbers, most of the models do keep us totally dry all across the area. And of course, with the dry weather that we've had here over the last 3 weeks, the list of burn bans grew again today. We added Shelby County in Deep East Texas and Claiborne Parish in northwest Louisiana. And again, likely we'll see this map continue to fill in here during the next week or two. Sorry, forecast for tonight is looking rather chilly, although not as cold as last night, as we'll see lows mainly in the low to middle 40s. 46 tonight in Shreveport, 41 in Texarkana, a few mid to upper 30s possible over the northern edge of the area. Temperatures tomorrow should return to normal, which in Shreveport is 79. We'll hit 79 tomorrow, 79 in Natchitoches, 76 degrees in Texarkana. And your 10-day forecast shows that the dry weather likely will continue as we will see much warmer temperatures. Low 80s by the weekend. Lows return to the 50s by the weekend. Daytime highs close to 90 by the middle part of next week. And those overnight lows will eventually warm back up into the lower 60s thanks to the return of some moisture with the south wind that will eventually take hold. And notice, despite that increase in moisture, at worst, maybe a few clouds middle part of next week, but most models, as I mentioned, keeping us pretty much dry. So warmer and dry, the theme in our weather pattern as we close out the work week and head through the weekend and next week.